To Prince Harry, and this isn't really a term of endearment when you think about it. Well, according to him, his wife, the former cable TV actress Meghan Markle, is relentless. And by that, according to that source, Prince Harry feels, internally at least, that he's crumbling over in Canada. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. As I say, a very wet and windy England. I mean, I know it's winter, but goodness, what a situation. I hope you're keeping well, by the way. Also, can I just throw this out? I recently had to go and collect a prescription from a chemist. I want to know this, whether this happens to you. And now, you've got to guess, apparently. This is the wonderful NHS that we're all supposed to applaud with. Well, do you remember when they pushed you to sort of have a text? So you could have a text and it said, your prescription's ready at X, do you know what I mean? And I thought, well, this is odd. The only text that I got was from the pharmacist just to say, why have you switched pharmacies? And I wanted to say, because you're rude and you're not nice to customers, and I don't like it. Oh, well, now I go to collect the prescription. Apparently, no, they don't always send the text. You have to sort of guess when it's ready. Lovely that, isn't it? Do you have the same thing with you? I just don't understand how anybody who's not digitally minded understands exactly how we're supposed to navigate these really difficult situations regarding your health. And you're paying for it. You've paid for it for years. And this is why I get very angry if you're of a certain age. It's fine for me. I can just about get through this stuff. Not everybody has that wonderful luxury. Do you know what I'm saying, chums? Do let me know in the comments below. It's a little bit like this. Let me know what you think to this, because this, as you can imagine, is now a very pivotal moment for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. I think what we saw, whether he would agree to it or not, is a very unstable, very depressed, and some people might say allegedly very, shall we say, left in a foggy situation, Prince Harry. These were the damning pictures in the video that Meghan Markle decided to share with allegedly without his consent about her game winning. Right? But what you really saw was Harry, well, not necessarily in the moment. And as I told you, Meghan Markle is a very, very, very clever manipulator. She knows, according to a source, that she has a lot of this footage put together that suddenly could be very useful in, well, the fullness of time, as our late and brilliant monarch Queen Elizabeth said. Remember that. Here's where this gets really interesting, though, because there was an invitation, amazingly, for Meghan Markle to attend that particular event, the remembrance event, over in the wonderful land of Canada, that Prince Harry is now there. And what's interesting is, as you can imagine, Meghan, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, has totally now given in with the charity stuff. It's all about Meghan. It's about selling jams. It's about entrepreneurial skills. It's about popping over to fashionistas like Paris and making sure she gets the full attention, all of that sort of stuff. None of it has worked, but in Meghan's eyes, and this is Prince Harry's words, she's relentless. She's always got a new idea, always got a new desperate sort of move that is going to change the world, and eventually people will love her once again, as they did before. This is, according to a source, working alongside Prince Harry. And the reason being is that Harry, once again, when Meghan, a few years back, Meghan would have crumbled at the thought of Harry going somewhere alone, letting her out of the claw, the clutches, all of that sort of stuff that she is very much in control of. Suddenly, Meghan not too bothered, simply because she's focused on trying to still ruin the British monarchy by launching things on a very big day, like her cameo, seconds, no fee, everything I told you in the previous video, attached to her return to the movies. She never was in the movies, this is a farce. But consequently, Harry was not going to give in on the opportunity to go all the way, halfway around the world once again. Never mind the carbon footprint, of course, and Prince William's Earthshot. No, he was off, because this is when he's in a happy place. Suddenly he's free. Suddenly he doesn't have to be dictated to, doesn't have to have his back titched and said, come on, it's time to move, we've done enough here. This is the moment where Harry can click back into gear and show the world apparently what the royal family are missing. But behind the scenes, people tell me that Harry is truly, truly crumbling. And it's all brought on by himself. I don't have any sympathy, as you can imagine. But the bottom line for Harry is he now finds the fact that he's happier apart rather than being together. And this can happen in marriages, allegedly. And the bottom line is whether Harry wants to refute this on stage with these statements of people are left disappointed when, of course, our marriage is so solid and intact. You might think that, but your displays recently in New York And of course, in this, well, black and white arty pictures taken by Meghan without your consent show the true state. Happens to many people, but right now many insiders tell me that Harry truly is on the edge. It is a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of the United Kingdom.